Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing my 34 and 35 week update. I have notes here, so forgive me for looking away. So for week 34, I noticed a huge increase in my appetite. I am starving all the time. Even when I'm eating, I'm thinking about eating the next meal. So the doctor said she's going through her final growth spurt, and so I'm going to need to eat more food, and boy is she right, because I am starving all the time. Also, I don't think I told you guys, but during my 32 week ultrasound, her head was down. So she was locked and loaded and ready to go. I was concerned because she had been transverse for a while, so her head was down. The position is called cephalic, is the ideal position for a vaginal birth, so she was in that position. I don't think I mentioned it, so I wanted to say it now. And then for week, I don't know if this is week 34, 35. I think it was 34 going into 35. I basically waited too long to take a breastfeeding class, and I knew that I could not sit through a breastfeeding class. A couple reasons why I couldn't sit through one. One, I have hemorrhoids. Sorry. Two, they're really, really long classes, and the worst position for me, the most uncomfortable, is to sit straight up. Me and my husband went to go see a movie a few weeks ago, and I was miserable in that movie. Thank goodness it was a good movie. I was able to last, but I had to pull up the arm thing that was in between us and lay down and scoot to the side, and I was just all over the place trying to get comfortable. So I know that I would not be able to sit through a whole breastfeeding class. So I was wondering if I could meet with a lactation consultant, because my questions were very specific. So I did find a consultant, a free one, a telephone consult through Gerber.com. They do free telephone consults. And so I had a few questions for her that she answered. Basic questions. I have to go back to work 8 weeks after the baby's born, so I wanted to know when I should start pumping. And she said 2 weeks, try not to pump, try to exclusively breastfeed for 2 weeks and then start pumping to build your supply for work. I also wanted to know if the baby does not wake up for a midnight feeding, which I'm pretty sure mine will, but if she doesn't, should I wake her up? And her question, or her answer was, if they need to have 8 to 12 feedings per 24 hours. So that's kind of my answer. If she's had 12 feedings, she'll be fine. You can let her go a little longer. If not, wake her up. It's just based on that number, 8 to 12. She was very, very helpful, so I highly recommend Gerber.com if you have just quick questions about breastfeeding. I'm also going to meet with a lactation consultant at the hospital as well for like hands-on stuff. So yeah, I think that was when I was close to 35 weeks. Okay, birth plan. I had a couple questions about, do I have a birth plan? I do not have a birth plan. Having been on both sides of the spectrum, having been a nurse and having been a mom, I don't really, okay, let me put it like this. Births are going to go how they go. Regardless to what you write down or what your wants are, it's almost out of your hands. So rather than write up a 2-page list of demands, laminate it, and stick it on the nurse's forehead, I would just rather keep my thoughts in my head. I have ideas of what I would like, which I will tell them. I don't need to write it down. I only have a couple. I mean, my husband wants to cut the cord if possible. I would like her on my chest right after she's born, but in my hospital, those are both things that are done automatically anyway. Other than that, other than to epidural or to not epidural, I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens. I don't want to say one way or the other. I'm pretty sure I'll end up with the epidural, but you never know. I mean, if I go into labor on my own and I'm able to labor in the tub and that helps with pain, or I'm able to do techniques that help, then maybe, I have a fighting chance. If I have to be induced, then I'm probably going to end up with the epidural. So, no, I don't have a birth plan. I have things that I'll tell the nurses, but as far as this strict list of everything that I want, which probably is not going to happen, no way. Okay, and then I met with my diabetes nurse and my dietitian yesterday. So at 35 weeks and what, 2 days, 1 day, I was put on medication for diabetes. My numbers were just a little bit concerning to the doctor. She didn't really want to put me on medication. She was on the fence. But then she decided, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and do it and err on the side of caution. So I'm on metformin. Normally you would start with glyburide, but I'm allergic to sulfa, and glyburide is a sulfa-based drug. So I'm on metformin, 500 milligrams at night, one at night to help me with my morning numbers. So that is that. She said if my blood sugar goes too low, then we'll just discontinue it. But so far it's been fine. I mean, I've only taken it a few days, but it's been okay. The next thing is nesting. Am I nesting? No, I'm not nesting. I just don't feel the need to nest at all. However, my husband is nesting like you wouldn't believe. He is much more getting into getting everything ready, and before we got the crib in the house, he was like obsessing, I gotta get this crib in the house, I gotta get this done and that done. Like he's the nester. He caught the nesting bug. Me, I would just rather supervise him nesting at this point. I mean, basically, we're ready. Yesterday, I put the base of the car seat in the car. I'll take the car seat down when I hit about 37 weeks. But the base is already in. Our crib is up. You guys know that. I still don't have the bedding on it yet. I'm trying to hold out a little bit longer. I think in the next couple of days, I'll start hanging up her clothes in my closet. So, but basically, all in all, we're ready to rock. And then the last thing I wanted to say is that on Facebook, I have 2 Facebooks. On my TTC and pregnancy Facebook, which you guys are friends with me on that. I was checking my messages, and I noticed a lot of my messages were going to like, not spam, but like an other mailbox. I don't know. It's really weird. And I felt terrible because I had like 10 like unanswered questions. So if you ever sent me a question on Facebook and I didn't respond, I super duper apologize. I just had no idea I even had a message. There was no indication that I had a message until like yesterday. And these are pretty old, actually. I'm kind of embarrassed, but I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to play with my Facebook, but I certainly don't ever mean to leave anything unanswered that you guys send me. I appreciate that kind of stuff. So sorry about that. There were 4 or 5 of them that are really old and a couple that are newer, but sorry, my bad. I didn't know I had them. So that's it basically for weeks 34 and 35. She's still moving like crazy, so I haven't needed an NST. We did my GBS test, Group B strep at the last appointment. Yeah, so we're just rolling along here. Gonna have my baby shower soon. Okay, yeah, it's all good. So let me do a belly shot for you. And today I think I'm 35 and 4 days, I believe. So here you go. Just try to maneuver this a little bit. Here's the side. Woo! Here's the front. Here's the other side. All right, so that's it for this update, and I will see you guys for 36 weeks. Thanks, bye.